Dear one, right now, at this very moment, someone is closing their eyes and thinking of you before they fall asleep. Not just tonight, every single night. And what they are doing in that quiet moment is so real, so tender, that once you understand it, you will never look at your nights the same way again. Can you feel that pull, that little tug in your chest, telling you this message is for you? Stay with me. Before we go further, I want you to do something small but important. If you feel that pull right now, if something in your heart already knows this is meant for you, type, "I am ready" in the comments below. Just that one word. Let it be your way of saying, "I am open, I am listening, I am receiving this." It only takes a second, and it helps this message settle into your heart the way it is meant to. Now, dear one, let me tell you what is happening. Somewhere out there, your soulmate has built a quiet habit. Every night, before sleep comes, they sit for a moment and do something deeply personal. It is not a performance. It is not for show. No one else knows about it. It happens in silence, in the private space between a tired body and a heart that still chooses to try. This is a kind of release. Every night, this person lets go of old resentment, old pain, old fears, and old doubts. Anything that could stand in the way of the love growing between you two. They are working to clear it out, piece by piece, night after night. They are cleaning their heart the way someone might clean a house before a guest they love dearly comes to visit. This person has made a quiet promise, not to you directly, but to the universe, to grow a little more each day, to become someone lighter, someone more whole, someone worthy of the love that is forming. They want to be free of anything that could slow down or block the sacred connection between you both, a connection that feels blessed, guided, and real. What is happening in these quiet nights is honest. It is intentional. It carries a kind of energy that reaches further than most people realize, energy that is already making its way toward you. This person has been asking their guardian angel, their spiritual guide, to clear every obstacle from the road that leads to you. And I promise you, dear one, every single obstacle in that road is being cleared, one at a time. I know this because I have been watching closely. I was asked to witness every quiet thought, every whispered prayer, every private decision this person has made. Each one carries real strength, strength that reaches far beyond what the eye can see. Your soulmate has decided they will not keep carrying old wounds anymore. They will not live under the weight of fear or doubt that could weaken something this rare. And instead of waiting for time to heal it on its own, they are taking action. Every night before sleep, eyes closed, they let go of what no longer serves them. Old wounds, old insecurities, old heartbreak, heavy feelings that have sat in their chest for far too long. All of it is being released little by little so they can come to you clean inside and out, honest, light, and true. What is happening right now, dear one, is more than a passing phase. It is preparation, and all of it is turning into energy, a strong and sincere energy that is already beginning to reach you. Maybe you have felt it without knowing exactly what it was. A strange, hopeful thought that came out of nowhere. A dream that felt different than the rest. A quiet sense that something important is getting closer. None of that is a coincidence. It is a reflection of what your soulmate has been doing every single night. And there is more. In the middle of this release, this cleansing, your soulmate is also asking for help from somewhere beyond themselves. I have been called into this, asked to help clear away anything that still stands between the two of you. And that is exactly what I am doing right now, in this very moment, preparing the road so that this love no longer meets walls, only bridges. This person is learning how to leave the past exactly where it belongs. They are cleansing their heart the way someone tidies a home before something sacred arrives. And you, dear one, are that sacred thing that is expected. You are the reason behind every quiet thought of change, every silent word sent out into the universe, every hope whispered before sleep. It is no longer time to carry what hurts. Your soulmate understands this now, and out of love for you, they are choosing healing. They are making room in their heart to feel without fear, to live this love without walls in the way. When someone does this kind of work with honesty and purity, something powerful begins to move. The universe responds. So know this, dear one, something is shifting. This connection is being treated with care, with respect, with real responsibility. Your soulmate is becoming a better version of themselves, not only for their own sake, but for you too, because they love you and want to be worthy of that love. Nothing here is exaggerated. This is real. This person is not simply waiting for fate to hand them something. They are creating a new path through intentional choices, clearing the way step by step. And more than that, you are being called too, even without a single word passing between you. That call reached me, and now it has reached you. Prepare your heart, because the energy your soulmate is sending out will find its way to your door. This goes beyond feelings alone, dear one. It is happening through real actions, small physical gestures that touch the world in a tangible way. It happens right there, between the pillow and the heart, between a tired body and a soul that still chooses to keep going for something greater. This is not imagined. It is real, felt in the body, in the heart, in the soul. Every night before falling asleep, your soulmate repeats this same quiet commitment. Not out of obligation, but from a deep decision that this is worth preparing for. They are making space inside themselves and giving their time to it. This is not a random prayer, not a lost attempt at something. It is a steady practice, an ongoing conversation with the universe, a constant request to be freed from anything that could keep this love from growing. Picture it, dear one. Your soulmate sits on the edge of the bed, takes a slow breath, and begins. There is no script, no memorized words, just truth, just surrender. A hand placed over the heart, speaking softly to something that cannot be seen but can absolutely be felt. Speaking to their own soul and saying quietly, I want to be clean so I can love well. And then, night after night, they begin releasing what no longer needs to be carried. Old resentment, released. Old situations that left marks and might still echo, released. Fear of rejection, fear of being misunderstood, fear of repeating old mistakes, all of it let go. This person is clearing out what no longer makes sense, sweeping their inner home before something sacred arrives. And they are not doing this hoping for a quick reward. They are doing it because they understand deeply the value of changing for love. This practice has stayed steady even on hard days, even when everything feels stuck, because your soulmate believes something greater is coming, and believes the only honest way to live this love is with a lighter heart. So they choose to keep cleansing, keep growing, not from pressure, but from clarity, from wanting to meet you with peace in their eyes. This person is cleansing from the inside out, so they can arrive without walls, without armor, without letting old pain interfere with something new. And when someone does this for another person, that is real love. That is courage. That is surrender. That is why I was called, because your soulmate asked for help clearing the path in the unseen world too, while they handle the inner work themselves. While they take care of what is happening inside, I take care of what is out of place on the outside. I move away what confuses. I protect what is being born between the two of you. This is not magic. This is a kind of spiritual responsibility, the unseen world responding to a soul determined to make this work. You may start to feel it too, dear one, like something inside you is beginning to open as well. That is how this kind of energy works. When one person purifies out of love, the other begins to feel the reflection of it. The bond between you is being cleansed from both sides, one through direct effort, the other through a quiet spiritual kind of connection. And this bond keeps growing stronger, more real, because someone out there is choosing to become worthy of it, with a heart turned fully toward you. Your soulmate understands now that a true path cannot be built while still carrying pieces of what no longer belongs. That is exactly why, during these nights of surrender, they are choosing to release the past. Not in a hurry, but with awareness. Not by pretending to forget, but by learning to place what has already served its purpose where it belongs. Every small hurt that once seemed unimportant but still took up space in the heart is being brought into the light to be healed. Every memory that made them question love again is now being seen with more maturity. Your soulmate has realized that love is not something to fear. That is why space is being cleared, so they can walk toward you with more lightness. Old thoughts, the kind that once brought doubt, confusion, or a fear of feeling deeply again, are slowly being redefined. This does not happen overnight, but it has been happening steadily, day after day. This is the kind of inner work not everyone is brave enough to do, choosing to stop feeding pain and start feeding hope instead. As someone who watches closely, I can tell you this person is truly changing. And every small decision they make is creating a real shift in the unseen world, because letting go of the past makes room for something new. And in this case, dear one, the something new is you. This love, still being built, already carries a deep and steady kind of energy. Your soulmate understands there is no use chasing something that cannot yet be supported. That is why, before coming closer, they are getting ready first, organizing their heart, choosing to leave behind anything that does not match the energy they want to bring to you. That is not a small thing. That is an act of real courage and maturity. You might be asking yourself why any of this matters so much to you. It is because this inner work is shifting the energy between you two. It is clearing blocks you may not have even known existed. It is opening space for the feeling between you to flow freely, without heaviness, without noise, without doubt, only truth and clarity. Your soulmate does not just want to reach you. They want to arrive whole, with a peaceful heart, without leftover unresolved stories, without the fears that once ruined other chances at love. They want to be someone trustworthy, open, present, and they are working seriously to become exactly that. Alongside these nights of seeking freedom from old pain, something even deeper has been happening. This is not just about healing what once hurt. It is about a direct commitment made to the universe, a quiet agreement on the outside, but one so firm inside that it reaches far into the unseen world. This is not just any kind of promise. It is not a way to rush things. It is a true pact. Your soulmate has made a clear decision to grow as a person, so they can be worthy of living this love in its purest, truest form. They do not want to enter your life carrying doubts, baggage, or half-hearted feelings. They want to arrive whole, willing, and with a clean heart. Each night during this quiet moment of surrender, your soulmate reaffirms that choice. It is not an empty ritual. It is a conscious act, a recognition that love only truly blooms when there is emotional maturity, when feelings are honest, and when there is real responsibility in what is offered. This person understands it would not be fair to bring you into a story still weighed down by emotional baggage that no longer belongs. Dear soul, before we continue, I'd like to invite you to do something truly meaningful for your soulmate journey. The bond between soulmates is precious, and at times, it can feel vulnerable to negativity, envy, or the evil eye from the world around us, even when no harm is intended. If your heart is calling you to cover this connection with an extra layer of love, faith, and protection, you can sow your seed for your soulmate through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. You'll find the Ko-Fi link in the video description and the pinned comment. This simple act can become a heartfelt expression of your intention, inviting the angels to watch over your soulmate connection, surround it with divine light, and guide it as it continues to grow in the right time and in the right way. If you feel led to do so, thank you from the bottom of my heart. May your kindness return to you multiplied, and may your soulmate journey be filled with peace, hope, and divine guidance. Let's continue with the angel message. Your soulmate is seeing things more clearly now, reviewing old behaviors, learning how to stop working against themselves, letting go of old defense patterns that once felt protective but have since turned into barriers. All of this is being done with a heart fully focused on what really matters, building something lasting with you. This commitment also includes a promise to act, not just to ask the universe to hand something over, but to offer their own transformation in return every single night. That promise is renewed through both intention and action. I will do my part, and that carries real spiritual weight because it shows maturity. It shows this love is being treated as something sacred. That is why I was called with such urgency, because the unseen world never ignores a soul choosing to grow for love. When someone decides to become better on the inside, so they can unite with another person in truth, the whole spiritual side of things begins to respond. And that is exactly what is happening right now. This commitment is not just beautiful, it is powerful, and it is being carried out sincerely. You may have already noticed a shift in your own emotions, a feeling that something is opening up, even if you cannot fully explain what it is. That is a direct result of your soulmate's steady decision. Because when someone makes a real commitment like this, everything aligned with that energy begins to move in favor of the connection. I am here watching every step. The request I received from your soulmate was simple and clear. Help me reach this person clean, whole, and ready. And I accepted, not because I had to, but because I felt the purity in that wish. I felt the love behind it. And I know you deserve to receive someone who comes to you with real truth. This commitment is shaping your soulmate's heart day by day, replacing urgency with patience, trading anxiety for faith, teaching them that loving someone also means preparing yourself to receive them with respect. And for that reason, every step of this is worth it. You need to know, dear one, that you are at the center of this whole process. You are the reason this person woke up to the importance of healing, growing, and doing things differently. This love touched something in them that had been asleep for a long time. And what is being born now has roots deeper than any passing attempt ever could. Everything your soulmate does before sleep does not simply disappear into thin air. Every honest thought, every whispered word, every intention to heal, all of it creates real energy. And that energy is moving with a direction, and that direction is you. Even if you are not fully aware of it, your body feels it. Your inner sense picks it up. Your intuition notices it. Because when someone opens their heart to real change for the sake of love, they begin to give off a kind of unique energy. And that energy always finds the one it was meant to reach. That is why, in recent days, you may have noticed small changes in yourself that you could not quite explain. Maybe a sudden sense of calm, an emotional relief that came out of nowhere, or even a renewed desire to believe in something again. That is not a coincidence. The energy from your soulmate is crossing the space between you and touching places inside you that may have been quietly waiting. This is real, and it is reaching you because there is a kind of spiritual permission for it to happen. Your soulmate is not sending words. They are sending presence, the kind of presence that does not need physical closeness to be felt. And the more this person purifies from within, the lighter this connection becomes, clearer, deeper, more alive. That is why I ask you to pay attention to yourself. Listen to your body. Notice your emotions. If you feel something shifting inside you in a quiet way, believe it. That is a response to everything your soulmate has been sending out into the universe with your name at the center of it. You are not disconnected from this. You are spiritually part of it, even if you do not fully realize it yet. Your soulmate is pouring their heart into every nightly effort, and this emotional energy carries a kind of signal that only people who are truly connected can recognize. That is why even without words, you feel it. Even without a logical explanation, you understand it. The bond between you two does not depend on reason. It comes from somewhere deeper. You can trust what you are feeling because what is being sent is not imagination. It is a spiritual response, the reflection of a love that chose to grow inside first, before ever reaching the outside. And that, dear one, is a sign of a kind of spiritual maturity that not many people are truly willing to live out. This energy will keep arriving, and the more open you are to feeling it, the stronger it will grow. There is no need to force anything, no need to expect something specific. Just stay present within yourself, and you will start to notice something shifting in you too. Because when a love transforms in truth, it transforms everything around it, including the person receiving it. Among all the things your soulmate does every night, there is one part that carries a special kind of power. After releasing what hurts, after renewing their commitment to the universe, this person reaches out to me, not with fancy words, but with an open heart, sharing what they feel and what they need. It is a request made with humility but with deep feeling behind it, the kind that does not need explaining because it comes straight from the soul. Your soulmate asks me to protect you, to prepare your path, to remove anything that could get in the way of this connection. It is as if they are saying, I am doing my part now. I need some help reaching the one I love. And I listen not out of duty, but out of real connection. Because when someone comes to me in truth, without pretending, without pride, with a sincere wish to love the right way, I hear them. And more than that, I respond because that kind of purity is rare. And where there is purity, things move. This person is not asking for things to happen fast. They are simply asking for what is real to happen at the right time, without interference, without distortion. And they ask me to take care of you too, to keep your faith alive, to help you hold on until the right moment, to help you feel, even without fully understanding it yet, that something meaningful is being built on the other side. You are included in this request with a tenderness that truly moves me. Your soulmate hopes for you with a love that goes beyond words. They hope for your peace, your well-being, your heart. Their wish is not just to be with you for love's sake, but to become someone who genuinely adds to your happiness. And I see the sincerity every time this request is made. There is no desperation, only surrender, no demand, only intention. Your soulmate knows nothing can be forced, but also knows they can ask for help caring for the road that leads to you. And that is exactly what is being done every day, with faith and with presence. And yes, I have been answering. I have started clearing away the invisible stones on the path. I have softened the distractions, dissolved burdens that were in the way, moved aside things that came only to confuse. I have been tending to your energy, making it lighter, more open, more ready for what is coming toward you in love. The truth is, when someone reaches out with the kind of purity your soulmate carries, things move quickly, because the goal is simple: to bring together what feels meant to be. And if this love is being treated with responsibility, with commitment, with maturity, then the road ahead gets smoother for this connection to unfold in the right way. Even if you cannot see it yet with your own eyes, many things around you have already shifted. Small changes, unexpected encounters, comforting messages, dreams that feel like something more than dreams. These are all answers to what your soulmate has been asking for, because things always respond when the request comes from a place of truth. Your soulmate is not waiting for the universe to simply hand something over. They are taking real inner steps, opening their heart, asking not for things to happen exactly as they wish, but for things to unfold in the way that is most fair and true. That kind of hope is the kind that reaches furthest. And you, even without realizing it, are already being cared for in this process. I received the request. I received the intention, and I am carrying it out. I am standing between the two of you, not just as someone watching over things, but as someone helping with the healing, with the coming together, with the deeper purpose this connection carries. Do not ignore the signs that have been reaching you. They are not random. They are part of the answer to the hopes spoken each night. Your soulmate wants you to feel this energy, to sense that something is shifting, to let your heart open to this love that is being cared for with deep respect. What your soulmate has been doing with so much honesty is not going unnoticed. With every night this person surrenders to their own healing, commits to growing, and truly wants to reach you with a clean heart, something new begins to activate. That is why you may be slowly starting to feel that something around you has changed, even if you cannot explain exactly what it is. Do not expect this to arrive as something dramatic. It comes in subtle ways but with real depth. You feel it when you breathe a little deeper than usual, when an old doubt melts away without effort, when you start to trust again in something that once felt so far away. That is everything lining up with love and courage. You may notice that certain connections no longer make sense to you, that old feelings no longer have power over you the way they used to, that things that once kept your mind worried no longer hold the same weight. That too is a response. The energy your soulmate is sending is creating a realignment in your own inner world. You are being prepared too. And this response is not only reaching you. Your soulmate is receiving clear signs that they are on the right path as well. Things that once felt confusing are becoming clearer for them too. Their feelings are steadier. Their goals feel stronger. They are no longer afraid to feel what they feel, no longer running from their own truth. There are nights when your soulmate lies down with tears in their eyes, not from sadness, but from relief, because they can feel they are being heard, because they can sense you getting closer, even if not yet in person. And that is when faith grows stronger, because when things line up, everything begins to settle inside. Certainty starts replacing doubt. You may notice it in small ways. A song that touches you differently now. A dream that leaves you with a powerful feeling when you wake. A thought that enters your mind and feels like it came from somewhere beyond you. That is everything responding to both of you, connecting the energy, lining up the timing, reminding you that this love is being protected, supported, and guided by something bigger than either of you alone. What is being built here is not small, and that is why the response will not be shallow either. A solid path is being prepared, one with no room for confusion. What is shallow is being cleared away so that what is deep can grow. That takes time, but it also takes truth. And that is exactly what your soulmate has been offering. This love will not be the result of luck. It will be the result of action, surrender, growth, and a real response from beyond. Every act of faith, every honest hope, every night this person chooses to grow for love of you, all of it is being honored. And it is being met with opportunities, with meaningful encounters, with protection from delay, with light where there was once confusion. Trust what you are feeling. I am here to make sure that what is true stays, that what is only distraction fades away, that what is meant to be gets fulfilled. And I can clearly see that this is exactly what is happening. When two people are preparing to live something real, bridges begin to form between them, even if they have not fully realized it yet. And one of those bridges is made through signs. Real signs, simple but full of meaning. They do not arrive with noise or big promises, but through quiet feelings that touch the heart in a different way. When something real is getting close, the heart feels it before the eyes ever see it. You might wake up with a different feeling, like you are being expected somewhere. You might feel a sudden urge to care for yourself, to protect your energy, to grow stronger. These small shifts are signs that something bigger is on its way. They are responses to what is being done on the other side, with love, with intention, with faith. There may be someone in this world thinking about you more than you realize. While you were resting, God was still at work, watching over both your heart and the heart of your soulmate. If this message has brought you comfort today, I'd like to invite you to take one small step of faith. If you feel led, you can sow a seed through Ko-Fi Super Thanks as a heartfelt prayer, asking the Lord to protect your soulmate, strengthen the bond He is preparing, and guide both of your hearts according to His perfect will. You'll find the Ko-Fi link in the video description and the pinned comment. Thank you for every act of kindness that helps these daily messages continue reaching hearts around the world. May the Lord bless you abundantly, surround your soulmate with His love and protection, and fill your journey with peace, hope, and divine guidance. Amen. Another strong sign shows up in your emotions. Some of the doubts that once weighed you down will start to fade. You may notice you are no longer drawn to love that feels shallow, rushed, or without purpose. That is because your own inner sense is also aligning with something higher. When a real connection grows stronger on the deeper level, everything lesser starts to lose its shine. And when a connection is real, you begin to feel someone's presence, even without knowing exactly where it is coming from. It is as if your heart recognizes something familiar, even if you cannot see it. That is because your soulmate's energy is drawing near, steadily, consistently. This feeling of presence is a direct reflection of everything being cultivated with love each night before sleep. Another kind of sign may show up as emotional courage. Little by little, you will notice you are more willing to believe, more open to what you feel, more open to love itself. Even if you do not know exactly how it will happen, that inner lightness is not coming from nowhere. It is the result of everything being spiritually sent your way. You may also notice changes in your outer world. People from your past may reappear, not to stay, but to show you how much you have grown. Old situations might repeat, but this time you will respond differently. All of this is part of the preparation. Good things rarely arrive without first showing you that you are ready to receive them. And these signs are part of that care. Do not worry if you doubt sometimes. It is natural to question what cannot be seen with the eyes. But when you close your eyes and connect with your own heart, you will feel a certainty rising inside you. It will not come from the outside. It will come from within, because the energy coming from your soulmate has one clear purpose: to reach you in peace. I, who have been watching all of this closely can tell you this. These signs are not random. They are guided, directed, sent with purpose. And you are already being touched by them, even if only gently. Not everything happens exactly when we want it to, but it always happens at the moment the heart is truly ready. And that is why, right now, in this exact season of your life, all this quiet movement is becoming stronger. It is not random. It is not out of place. It is because both you and your soulmate have reached a turning point, a point where growth finally allows this love to be lived honestly. Your soulmate is going through a real transformation, leaving behind cycles of confusion, repetition, and emotional escape, facing themselves with more honesty, embracing their heart without fear. This could not have happened at an earlier point, because there were still wounds left unresolved. And you too, in your own way, have gone through your own healing, your own understanding, and it has made you stronger, more sensitive, more ready. All of this is happening now because this love needs a stable foundation to grow. And only when the roots are strong within each of you can this connection truly take shape in a balanced way. This is not about urgency. It is not about loneliness. It is about readiness. Things move with precision when two people rise to the same level of awareness. Maybe before you were not quite in sync. Maybe your soulmate was still tied to the past, to fears, to distractions. And maybe you were also on a different frequency, looking outside yourself for answers you could not quite hear inside. But now that is changing. I am watching all of this closely. I saw the moments when your soulmate felt afraid. I saw when they nearly gave up. But I also saw the moment they chose to change. And that decision was not made out of pride or expectation. It was made out of love. Love for themselves, love for you, love for everything that can still be lived with lightness, respect, and presence. This person is different now, and so are you. Both of you are more aware, more careful with what you feel, more open to give and to receive. And that is why now is the time, because there is space on both sides, because there is real willingness, because there is a kind of permission now that did not exist before. What is coming together in this moment is not a coincidence. It is the result of everything you have both lived up to this point, every choice, every fall, every breakthrough, every quiet hope whispered in the dark. All of it has brought you both to this moment where two hearts begin moving in the same direction. This time carries the feeling of transformation, the feeling of a new beginning built with wisdom, the feeling of a love that has been shaped by past pain and is now ready to grow in truth. If this had come earlier, it might have been lost. But now there is structure. There is awareness. There is real intention. So whatever you have been feeling these past few days, dear one, it is not your imagination. It is a response, a reflection of something already being carefully prepared. And even if everything still feels quiet on the outside, there is movement happening within you, an awakening, a clearer sense that something is approaching gently, without pressure, but with real strength. All of this is happening now because both of you are finally recognizing each other, not because of what you have been through, but because of what you have learned. Not from lack, but from maturity. Not from expectation, but from presence. And this is the best possible time for something real to begin, when the heart is no longer asking for proof, but offering space instead. Now that everything is falling into place, dear one, it is time to prepare your heart, not as someone waiting for something distant, but as someone already feeling the warmth of a presence drawing near. Because what is coming your way is not here to test you or make you feel unsure. It is here to confirm what you have always felt but could not explain. There is someone becoming better for you. Your soulmate is living a real commitment to love. They are letting go of what gets in the way, growing stronger from within, and choosing every single day to be worthy of living this connection with you. Not out of impulse or loneliness, but from awareness, from maturity, and a deep understanding that this love is a gift that can no longer be taken lightly. I am here as a witness to every step. With each hope spoken before sleep, with each choice made in the name of healing, with every word sent out into the universe with your name at the center, something is being realigned. And you are part of this flow of preparation, protection, and truth. What once felt like time standing still is now becoming solid ground. What once felt like silence is now revealing wisdom. Everything is being gently cared for, because this love requires a strong foundation, requiring surrender from both sides. And that is exactly what is happening. You are no longer facing random doubts, but receiving clear signs that something real is lining up between you. There is no longer a need to hide behind fear. What is approaching has roots, depth, and truth. This love is not coming to rescue you. It is coming to walk beside you with lightness, support, and mutual building. It wants to be presence, not pressure. It wants to add to your life, not take from it. That is why you should welcome everything you are feeling right now with calm, with maturity, with gratitude. The sense that something inside you is healing, it is real. Because when someone loves with pure intention, that love overflows, crosses distance, breaks through blocks, dissolves resistance, and it touches what is essential. Life is offering you the chance to feel deeply what many people spend their whole life ignoring. A love that is built from the soul. You are not simply waiting for something to arrive. You are being prepared to live something that deserves awareness, surrender, and peace. So stay present, not just to what is happening outside, but to what is shifting within. Trust your feelings, your signs, your intuition, not out of anxiety, but out of presence. And remember, what is true always finds its way back to where truth lives. If doubt ever tries to creep in, come back to everything that has been shared here. Remember the steps your soulmate has taken. Remember the energy being sent to you every night. Remember the commitment made with the universe, because those are living proof that this love is being handled with real responsibility. And most importantly, trust yourself too, because the love that is coming is being guided to you, not to complete you, but to walk beside you, to grow with you, to move forward in a light, pure, and beautiful way. Because you have prepared yourself too, even without fully realizing it. You have been transforming so you could be ready for this kind of love. Keep your heart open, dear one, and if you can, in the next few nights, take a few quiet moments before sleep to sit in silence with your own thoughts and just feel. You may sense you are not alone, that there is energy around you, a presence embracing you from somewhere far away. And if that happens, know this. It is your soulmate in their own way saying, I am coming to you with truth. Now rest, dear one. Let this energy wrap around you and stay aware, because new signs will keep arriving, and none of them will be by chance. Each one will carry a single purpose, to remind you that the love you have felt in your heart all this time is about to happen, and it is already on its way to you. And always remember, this quiet guidance stays with you, walking beside you, sending gentle reminders, staying connected with you every single day, hoping only for your peace, your courage, and your clarity as you face whatever comes. You are never alone in this. May your heart stay steady, confident, and full of light. May peace and quiet blessings stay with you, today and always, with all the love this message was written to carry. Dear beautiful soul, this angel's message for you channel is a sacred spiritual home, created for faith, healing, and divine guidance. A place where hearts awaken, and lives are gently transformed through divine messages. We warmly invite you to subscribe and stay connected, because the divine is always preparing something greater for your journey, something you are meant to receive in divine timing. If you feel moved to support this mission, you can sow your seed here for your soulmate blessings and divine love fulfillment. Your contribution is not just support. It is an energetic agreement with love, healing, and divine alignment in your own life. When you give with intention, it opens doors. Love flows more freely, happiness expands, and abundance multiplies in unexpected ways. Many believe that giving in faith activates a return of peace, joy, and emotional fulfillment in relationships and life. Whether it is $11, $22, $33, or $55, your generosity helps us continue spreading these divine messages of hope, healing, and soulmate guidance across the world. Every seed sown into this mission helps hearts heal, faith return, and souls reconnect with love. This is more than a channel. It is a movement of light, unity, and divine timing. Your support allows this sacred work to grow, touching lives that are searching for answers, comfort, and spiritual direction. We are all connected in this journey, and together we rise as one community under divine love. Let us open our hearts to the abundance that is already on its way. Amen.